First time ever. Song Hye Kyo shares baby's ultrasound with fans. Internet shattered in tears. Welcome back to K-Drama Haven, the only place where the biggest stars bare their hearts and the most unforgettable stories come to life. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this story is one for the history books. A night that changed everything. It was just past midnight when the world stopped scrolling and started crying. No red carpet. No glossy photo shoot. Just a single grainy black and white image posted by Song Hye Kyo. And within minutes, the internet crashed under the weight of one of the most intimate revelations in K-drama history. The caption: "I thought I'd be scared, but all I feel is love." Attached to the post was something no one ever expected from the notoriously private icon. A real ultrasound photo. Tiny fingers, tiny toes, a heartbeat already stealing millions of hearts around the globe. The post that shook the world. Within 37 seconds, #HyeKyoBaby trended across South Korea, Japan, Philippines, Nigeria, France, and, yes, even Times Square. Not because of scandal. Not because of gossip. But because of the raw beauty of what she chose to share. Fans weren't just reacting. They were sobbing. This isn't a celebrity moment. This is a human moment. We watched her play mothers in dramas. Now she's living it for real. The baby already has better cheekbones than I do. The box under her bed. What she's been hiding. Sources close to Hye Kyo reveal that she had been keeping a small wooden box under her bed for months. Inside, a tiny pair of white booties. A handwritten note from Lee Min-ho that read, "You're already more than enough." And the original ultrasound, taken weeks ago but never shared, until now. She'd planned to keep it private forever. But something changed that night. And now we know why. What fans didn't see. The documentary clip that leaked. Shortly after the post went viral, a softly lit video clip began circulating, believed to be part of a private documentary that Song Hye Kyo and Lee Min-ho have been filming together about their journey into parenthood. In it, Hye Kyo sits alone in a warm beige sweater, holding the ultrasound in her lap. I didn't think I'd cry. I mean, it's just an image. But I look at it, and I see someone who hasn't even arrived. And I'd already give them my entire life. She then places the image on her chest, closes her eyes and says, "I don't know what kind of mother I'll be. But I know I'll be present." Lee Min-ho's reaction melted the internet. Hours later, Lee Min-ho posted his own message. "You look like a bean, but you've already changed everything." And then, in a moment that fans described as absolutely soul-melting, he shared a black and white photo of his hand holding the ultrasound, with his wedding ring just barely visible in the corner of the frame. The caption: "This is love before meeting. The wall of wishes." Fans around the world respond. From New York cafes to Seoul metro stations, fans began creating physical walls of wishes, taping printed copies of the ultrasound and writing messages to the baby. "You are already so loved. Grow healthy and come into a world that waited for you. Appa and Amma are legends, and so will you be." In Japan, one fan group even rented an LED billboard in Shibuya to display the ultrasound with a message. "From dramas to diapers, we are with you always." The fashion world stands still. During the Paris Fashion Week livestream, actress Jun Ji-hyun was mid-interview when the interviewer showed her the post. She gasped, froze, then clasped her hands over her heart and said, "That woman, she's lived through storms. This is her sunrise." Luxury brands like Dior, Chanel, and Fendi all reshared the photo with personal messages. And just like that, an ultrasound, usually hidden from the world, became the most iconic image of the year. Inside their home. The night the twins saw the image. Sources say that Song Hye Kyo showed the ultrasound to the twins that same night. The little girl tilted her head and said, "That's the baby. Looks like a tiny moon." The boy giggled and said, "Can I draw them a hat?" Lee Min-ho kissed both their foreheads and replied, "You'll meet your sibling soon. And they'll be lucky to have you." The song that played in the background. A piano version of Promise by EXO played in the background of the documentary footage. And within hours, the track shot back to the top of the streaming charts. Because when Haikyo touched her belly and whispered, "Thank you for choosing me," that note hit differently. The secret yacht departure that started it all. At precisely 4:44 p.m., a sleek white yacht named Aurora Pearl quietly pulled out from a private marina in Busan. No paparazzi, no press, only a small circle of family, the twins, a few trusted crew members, and a mystery woman holding a box wrapped in silk. As the waves shimmered gold beneath the sunset, soft laughter echoed from the deck, the calm before the emotional storm. And somewhere on board, tucked safely in Lee Min-ho's jacket pocket, was a small envelope marked, "To the future. Open when the sky turns pink." The twins' big role. What they did melted hearts. The surprise of the night. The gender reveal wasn't about fireworks. It wasn't about colors in the sky. It was about the twins, who stood hand in hand with Haikyo, both holding little velvet pouches. The little girl whispered, "I know the secret." The boy giggled and said, "I'm going to be the best big brother again." Suddenly, Haikyo knelt down in her flowing white dress and said, "No matter what color flies tonight, we are already whole." The moment the sky changed. As the yacht drifted into open waters, the sun began to dip. Hush fell across the deck. Lee Min-ho opened the envelope. Inside, a message from their doctor and two small paper origami birds. He read aloud, "Your child is strong. Your child is radiant. And your child is a girl." Just then 2 white doves were released, one by each twin, carrying delicate ribbons that fluttered rose gold in the wind. The sky behind them, bathed in soft pinks and peaches, as if the universe itself whispered, "Welcome, little girl. We've been waiting." Song Haikyo's reaction. She fell to her knees. As soon as the ribbons flew and the crowd began to clap softly, Song Haikyo broke. She clutched her baby bump and cried, not out of fear but out of something deeper. Relief, gratitude, reverence. Lee Min-ho dropped beside her, wrapped her in his arms, and whispered something fans couldn't hear, but would later read. Because moments later, a crew member posted a photo of the couple under the stars, with a quote Lee had carved into the table earlier that day. "I met you as an actress. I loved you as a woman. But now, I honor you as the mother of my daughter." Global fan reactions. The world couldn't breathe. Within 14 minutes, #BabyMinhyo trended across 82 countries. Famous idols like IU from BTS and Park Seo-joon all reposted the clip of the dove flying across the pink sky. Even the royal palace in Monaco shared it, calling it the most poetic gender reveal in modern memory. The gift box Haikyo opened after the reveal. After the announcement, a crew member brought out the silk-wrapped box. Inside, a tiny bracelet made of rose quartz, custom carved with the words, "She already shines." A white bonnet hand-stitched by Haikyo's grandmother before she passed, saved for the first granddaughter. And a Polaroid of Lee Min-ho holding the ultrasound close to his heart, taken the day she shared it with the world. She clutched the bonnet to her face and whispered, "Halmiani, she's coming. She's really coming." The official photo released to the world. At midnight, the couple's team posted a single photo. Haikyo standing barefoot on the deck, hair dancing in the sea breeze, one hand on her belly, the other holding the ribbon from the dove's leg. Lee Min-ho kneels beside her, pressing his forehead to her stomach. And the caption, "She chose us. And we're ready." What's next for Song Haikyo? August, special sit-down interview with Marie Claire Korea. September, maternity editorial shoot rumored to be in collaboration with Vogue and Lee Min-ho as guest photographer. October, teaser for the documentary tentatively titled, Becoming Us. November, private blessing ceremony with family and close friends. Fan comments that went viral. She shared the most sacred photo a woman can carry, and she did it with grace. This isn't just celebrity news. This is legacy in the making. If a grainy black and white image can shake the world, imagine the moment that child is born.